Wow. So the MeidasTouch network has just unearthed a 2010 deposition of Jeffrey Epstein, where he is asked about his relationship with Donald Trump. First, Epstein responds in this 2010 deposition that yes, he is social acquaintances or has been social acquaintances with Donald Trump. Then when he's asked if he and Donald Trump had interactions with underage girls together, he invokes his 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights. I want you to watch what goes down here. Wow, another bombshell has just dropped. Let's play this clip.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
Now, of course, we also know what Donald Trump has said about anyone who invokes their 5th Amendment against self-incrimination. Here, play this clip.
So there are 5 people taking the 5th Amendment, like you see on the mob, right? You see the mob takes the 5th. If you're innocent, why are you taking the 5th Amendment?
Now, this comes at the same time that we learned from a new Wall Street Journal report that Donald Trump's name is indeed all over the Epstein files, currently in the Department of Justice and FBI's custody and control. We've learned from this report that the Department of Justice and FBI briefed Donald Trump back in May that his name appeared multiple times in the Epstein files, and it was decided thereafter that the DOJ and FBI were not going to release the files following that meeting with Donald Trump. Should be noted that on July 15th of 2025, Donald Trump was asked if Pam Bondi told him if his name was in the files. Donald Trump lies and said he was not told anything about that. We know now that was 100% a lie. He is aware his name is all over the files, folks. Let's play this clip.
The Attorney General briefed you on the DOJ and FBI's review, the findings of that review. The Attorney General briefed you on that.
What? On the
DOJ and FBI
on what?
review.
On what subject?
Epstein. Okay. On Epstein, of the review of the files. Attorney General Pam Bondi.
A very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release. Yeah.
As I've previously stated, as you're well aware, Elon Musk, during his falling out with Donald Trump, was aware that Donald Trump was all over the files. Remember, Elon Musk said, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Elon Musk giving the roadmap to bury Donald Trump in his own sick, dark past. Now, we previously have showed you other Epstein deposition portions as well on the MeidasTouch network. Here's another example of another depo that he was involved in. Let's play this clip.
On one of defendant Epstein's birthdays, a friend of defendant Epstein sent him 3 12-year-old girls from France who spoke no English for defendant to sexually exploit and abuse. After doing so, they were sent back to France the next day. Isn't that true?
Once again, I'm going to move to strike. Irrelevant, argumentative, harassing.
I would like to answer that question. I really would. However, today, my attorneys have told me I have to assert my 5th Amendment, 6th Amendment, and 14th Amendment rights of the U.S. Constitution.
You're invoking your 5th Amendment rights to each of these questions because you know that your answers will incriminate you and you feel that it will result in you being prosecuted for these crimes. Isn't that right?
Objection, argumentative, harassing, and calls for a legal conclusion.
Now, we showed you Donald Trump depositions before where Donald Trump has said sick and disgusting and vile things. You will also recall Donald Trump has been found liable of sexual assault. Trump is an adjudicated sexual predator based on being found liable of sexual assault. He's also on audio bragging about non-consensually grabbing women's genitals because he says he's rich and you can do it when you are rich. Here, Donald Trump is at his deposition that he previously took in connection with the E. Jean Carroll case. And he said, historically, fortunately or unfortunately, rich men can do that, he says. Here, play this clip.
And you say, and again, this has become very famous in this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the pussy?
Well, that's what it's, if you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
Now, here was another sick and twisted part of Donald Trump's deposition where he seems to indicate that E. Jean Carroll said that she liked being sexually assaulted or that it was sexy. She never said such a thing. Donald Trump is lying here. Play this clip.
That's what she said I did to her. She fainted with great emotion. She actually indicated that she loved it. Okay? She loved it until commercial break. In fact, I think she said it was sexy, didn't she? It was very sexy to be raped. Didn't she say that?
So, sir, I just want to confirm. It's your testimony that E. Jean Carroll said that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, based on her interview with Anderson Cooper, I believe that's what took place. We can define that. You'll have to show that. I'm sure you're going to show that. But she was interviewed by Anderson Cooper, and I think she said that rape was sexy, which it's not, by the way. But I think she said that rape was sexy, and she actually said things that were very strange. And then she was a different person when he said, we'll take a break right now. We're going to take a break right now. He didn't like what she was saying. He was very upset with and then she came back and she was a much different woman in the second half, so to speak.
And so the question I'm asking you is, did she say in that interview that she loved being sexually assaulted by you?
Well, she said something to that effect. I mean, you'll have to take a look at the interview yourself. I believe she said rape was sexy, to which Anderson Cooper is dying. He's saying, let's get to a commercial break immediately. I think you better watch the interview. I'm sure you have, but you better watch the interview.
In the interview, when Ms. Carroll talked about rape being sexy, isn't it true that she said that's a view that many other people hold?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I believe she said rape is sexy.
Now, also in the Trump depositions, in the E. Jean Carroll case, where he was again found liable for sexual assault, Donald Trump speaks to the lawyer who's asking him questions and tells the lawyer, Roberta Kaplan, that she would not be his type to sexually assault, that he has a type, he says. And he said, you're not my type. And he said that that other individuals who have accused him of sexual assault were simply not his type. Watch how sick and twisted this is. Here, play this clip.
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall. I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
Now, here is another deposition right here of Epstein that you can see for yourself. Let's play it.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Yes. What was the crime of which you were convicted?
Two counts. One, soliciting prostitution and procuring a minor for prostitution.
Did you in fact commit those acts?
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
How many times have you solicited a minor for prostitution?
Same answer.
How many times have you solicited a minor for prostitution in the state of Florida?
Same answer.
Have you ever solicited a minor for prostitution in the Virgin Islands?
Same answer.
That is, you are invoking your Fifth Amendment.
Yes,
right.
Yes, Mr. Squirrel.
Have you ever solicited for prostitution in New York?
Same answer.
Have you ever solicited for prostitution in New Mexico?
Same answer.
Have you ever solicited for prostitution in Paris?
Same answer.
Have you ever solicited a minor for prostitution anywhere at any time?
Again, I'm going to assert my right.
Did you ever?
We're going to go for it.
So you are terminating the deposition at this time?
Recess of the deposition.
And again, I want to remind you of two things right now as well. First, I just want to remind you of the Access Hollywood tape where Donald Trump was caught on a hot mic talking about sexually assaulting women, that when you're rich, you get away with it. And he was talking about a woman he was about to meet in a professional setting. And he says, I'm going to pop in my breath mints or my gum now because I can't control myself, is what he said. Just to remind you. Here, play this clip.
I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch, but I couldn't get there. And she was married. Then all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look. I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. Do anything.
Pull the ham.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Then Donald Trump spoke in front of, in 2024, a group of young Republicans, meaning kids, high school students, mostly some college students who were part of the young Republicans. And then Donald Trump said that the most courageous thing that he's done, according to some general, he says, is that when he called this all locker room talk, when he says that sexually assaulting women, and grabbing their genitals without their consent, when he said that was locker room talk, Donald Trump is telling the group of kids he's speaking in front of that was a very courageous act by him. Again, this is Trump in front of the young Republicans. Here, play this clip.
But I went onto that stage just a few days later, and a general who's a fantastic general actually said to me, sir, I've been on the battlefield. Men have gone down on my left and on my right. I stood on hills where soldiers were killed. But I believe the bravest thing I've ever seen was the night you went onto that stage with Hillary Clinton after what happened. And then that woman asked you the first question about it. And I said, locker room talk. It's locker room talk. What the hell? What are you talking? Locker room talk.
Yeah, a very sick man he is. I don't want to call him a vile individual. It's for you to see right there. Anyway, hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. Thank you for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.